Hey there gang, Kawaii50 here with another video, and let me move a little closer. My gosh, I'm so far back. I really wanted to talk about FGO's 8th anniversary servant. And that would be, and if you saw the thumbnail, there are already spoilers, so you're just gonna have to live with it. This is the way we live, being 2 years behind. I want to talk about Aesc the Savior, which I think I pronounced right. You know, I'm just going to call her, I'm just going to call her Aesc the Savior. You're going to deal with it if I'm pronouncing things incorrectly. I wanted to talk about her because I've seen plenty of varying opinions throughout the interwebs, and some people are disappointed. So I wanted to take the disappointment, I wanted to put it into context, and I wanted to just go ahead and give people maybe some idea as to why people might be disappointed in Aesc being the 8th anniversary servant. Am I disappointed in Aesc being the 8th anniversary servant? Well, I'll let you know at the end of the video. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So, there was a lot of indication when it came to FGO that we were almost certain, it was a surefire thing, that Olga Marie was going to be the 8th anniversary servant. We saw FGO dumping a bunch of stuff from Twitter hashtags all the way up to a life-size, yes, life-size Olga Marie statue that ended up debuting at FGO Fest. So the signs were all there. Everyone was very sure that Olga was finally going to grace our Chaldea, but that was not the case. Instead, we received not just Aesc, but Tonalico as well as Summer Morgan, all pulled to the same saint graph. Yes, these three servants are pulled together as one. And much like the Valkyrie, you are sort of able to go ahead and pick who you want to be your representative. Do you want Tonalico? Do you want Aesc the Savior? Or do you want the Summer Morgan Le Fay? All of these apply to the exact same skill set on this character. And this goes to further why some people might be upset. Because again, I also get it. People wanted a strict Summer Morgan Le Fay, and it really kind of comes down to how you feel about multiple characters being placed in the same saint graph. Like, I know the Valkyrie is the prime example, but having the same character tied to this, some people do have the understandable feeling that they might have been denied maybe 2, maybe 3 characters that all could have been separate, had their own separate move lists, their own separate setups, their own separate animations, whatever you might want to say. Some people might even consider that this is Morgan Summer being denied 2 costumes. It may seem like that's the case to many people. Now, when it comes to Aesc as a whole, Aesc the Savior, this entire character, I mean, overall, from a gameplay standpoint, I've taken a peek at her kit. She seems like a very serviceable attack caster. She's got, like, plenty of ways to 50% charge her Noble Phantasm, increase her Buster performance. Her Noble Phantasm reduces the cooldown of her 3rd skill, which comes into play already on cooldown. I do foresee Aesc becoming a very popular option when it comes to any sort of Buster farming in the form of a caster. She's going to do a pretty dang good job of it. Is she as game-breaking as her caster Artoria counterpart? Absolutely not, but plenty of people are going to find a use for Summer Morgan Aesc the Savior Tonalico. This is going to be a character that is going to have a lot of hype behind her, and I think ultimately will come off as a success when it comes to FGO. Am I personally bothered by how they have presented Aesc the Savior to us? Not at all, for several reasons. I can understand the sort of little tease they were trying to do with you, Olga Marie, but a lot of people have argued on the net that it's not necessarily the right time for her to end up joining us on Chaldea. The same can be said for other servants that people might have wanted to see this anniversary. Servants like Gessia, for example. The moment is just not right. Might we see them for 9th or 10th anniversary? I think it is entirely within the realm of reason to think that. Or maybe we'll end up seeing them for a New Year's, or for their own event or own banner, or some sort of story banner. But a lot of people felt the time was not yet right for Olga to join us. When it comes to the 3 character separation, I am also generally okay with that, just because a character has been designed in this fashion for us to receive multiple characters in the same setup. When that happens, that doesn't necessarily mean that something was taken away or something was denied. This could have been the thought from the get-go. This could have been something they had previously really thought of. Like, we want to include this very important story progression from Lost Belt 6 into a servant. How are we going to do that? And that ended up conceptualizing Aesc the Savior as a whole. Until we actually get some sort of insight to the development process of this character specifically, we just actually will not know, and all we are really providing is speculation at best. And that speculation and those assumptions, they definitely could be wrong. I can't say for sure whether or not Aesc was a previous servant concept abandoned, or a servant concept that was set the way it was from the beginning and ultimately intentionally expanded upon. All I can say for sure is that I am, in general, a fan of the design. I, in general, really think it is a overall solid kit when it comes to an AoE Buster Caster. It's somebody that I might potentially be rolling on? Is it someone I'm going to chuck all of my St. Quartz into and desperately need on my team, like I did for Koyanskaya, like I did for Oberon, like I did to a lesser extent for Morgan Le Fay? No, not at all. As much as I enjoy Aesc the Savior, she is definitely not going to be a must-roll for me, because Summer Barghest is coming. We did it, boys! We did it. So I'll be rolling for Summer Barghest. And I think that's really all that I need to say. Please let me know your thoughts on Aesc the Savior down in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about her kit. Let me know which of the designs is going to be your favorite to send onto the field. And most importantly, let me know how you feel about the inevitability of Summer Barghest. This is Kawaii 50, hoping you all have a phenomenal day, and I will see you all in the next one.